And, seems like there's not as many cars as previous years, or as fancy as cars, but I guess gas prices and the high cost of living, like Jamie Johnson sings about. Just a lot of people are just probably very nip and tuck. Over here by the water fountain here. Walking around here a little bit. Dogs are a little bit. My dog's a little bit weary at ease. Ooh, almost slipped there. Slippery. There's an alley. It's a lousy club there. Don't go there. Place awful. The owner, Seth, he's awful. Just don't ever go there. That place is awful. There's hardly ever anybody there, and I don't know, just awful. I'm just walking down this street. Dogs and me. Checking it out over here. This place is awful. Kincaid's. The owner's kind of a douche. So, yeah, I definitely don't recommend going there. We're just walking down this way. Looks like they got some dogs over here. I'm trying to get my dogs to use the restroom. Maybe they'll poop over here. Who knows? I don't know who these doggies are. Look at them. Caged animals, eh? Caged animals. Look at them looking at us. Looks like a little weenie dog and a bully. All dogs are like. Let's go over here. See what they do. See? They're smelling. What? You see them little doggies? Looks like this guy came out. Look at this doggy. Good man, took a bit. But yeah, just walking around this area. But on the other side is Dragon Grand, and a lot of cars down that way, and my dogs and me just walking down this way and then trying to get Thoroughgood to poop. Eventually he'll poop. Just fertilizing the ground, adding to the ecosystem in the area. Dog poop. A lot of yahoos out here tonight. Just kind of coming here a little late. Went to that funeral for Patrick Warrior today, and very nice memorial service for him. He's a water carrier and he's a real friendly young man, and had a lot of loved ones there. There was quite a few people at that funeral today, and just a lot of people were encouraging the family, comforting them, and again, you can kind of see some of the cars coming through, and again, there's not as many cars as seems like previous years, and I guess just because the economy is so awful and so many people are just like nipping and tucking and nipping. And see, there's a car going by. I don't know, just sometimes these politicians really are out to get us all. It's kind of like that movie Red, Retired Extremely Dangerous, with John Malkovich and Bruce Willis. that one woman, I don't quite recall her name right now, but that one woman, she's like talking to John Malkovich, and he's like, you know what the problem is? She's like, well, they're trying to kill us all. And he's like, exactly. Basically, that's the politicians for you, out to get us all. And again, you can see the neat little cars tonight. They have to pay $10 just to be in this car show. And it's not too bad a fee, I guess, if you got $10. It's kind of a little bit absurd in a way. I guess it kind of keeps the people that just want to screw around and drag around on grand out of it. But there's a lot of funny looking cars, a lot of older cars. And if you see one of these or hear one of these cash for clunker, I think they got one for the missing children. Don't do it. Don't sell your car. Don't sell your clunker, because it's a scam. Or there's another one where you can sell your old car for blind people or whatever. Don't do it. It's a scam. They're just trying to get these older cars off the road, and they're going to try to make it where only the super new cars with the AI and where they can just shut your car off any moment, or a hacker can hack your car any moment, and they can just do that. So we just gotta be real cautious about these things. A lot of these. Hey, how are you doing? How is your night going? A lot of neat cars out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Victor, he's a friendly dude. See him playing pool quite often, and he's a regular old pool maestro, whatever they call an expert pool player. He's really good at pool. I don't really play pool. I used to play pool when I was a child, and usually I don't like playing pool whenever I'm playing against somebody that's worse than me, and it's just kind of an ego thing, I guess. But I like winning at pool. And if I'm playing against somebody that's not that good, I have a higher chance of winning. So even if it is kind of like a, I don't know, just stroke of the ego or whatever, it's kind of one of those things where you can really smell the fumes. When these cars put out a lot of fumes. But yeah, I used to play pool a lot when I was a little boy. There's a bar called Booger Red's out in the country, out by Logan County area. Old man named Booger Red ran it, named it after himself. We even let boys like me at that age play pool. They didn't discriminate. Let us pick songs with a jukebox, things like that. It's a good old time. And I don't know, just seems like Oklahoma's full of Puritans nowadays, and those Puritans don't want to have anybody having any fun. Like, I don't think you could bring a child into a bar nowadays. They come down on you. But I don't know, it was a lot of fun back then. And Ponca City really don't have any decent bars. They're all lousy. There don't really have much of a nightlife in Ponca City. It's pretty lousy. So a lot of people just kind of, I don't know, they're just what to do. And really ain't nothing much in Ponca City. It's kind of used to be a thriving town at one time. A lot of money flowing through here. That Howard Hughes I think he used to come over here on this street, or maybe it was on 2nd Street. He would come over there and get his hair cut by Louis Green, this Hotel Indian barber. And I guess Howard Hughes would fly his plane in through that airport. But he was like, I think the richest man at that time. But there's a lot of theories about what happened to Howard Hughes, that they pretty much took him out because he was questioning the mainstream narrative and going against the grain. I don't know, do you see a car you like? If you like a car, comment it. It's like watching Auto Trader, ain't it? Yeah, and some of these cars, like compared to previous years, they kind of, quality's kind of gone downhill, and I don't know, I think there's other towns, cities having their cars showed tonight too, and so I don't know what that's about. The dogs are kind of just watching the cars, I guess. Some of the loud noises kind of spook them a little bit. But the dogs get a lot of bikes on this flight. I don't think they used to have as many bikes out on it in previous years, but yes, again, some of these cars are not built for idling or driving slow. They're built for the highway, and some of these cars get pretty hot out on this Grand here. So maybe that's kind of why some of these vehicles aren't on here. And they're trying to promote that E15, that poison fuel for your vehicle, and it's basically out to destroy the older engines. And these older engines, they don't work too well on that, and so that's what they're basically trying to take out everybody. Kind of like when they made everybody where you couldn't even have a horse in town. They're like, oh, you can't hit your horse up here, you can't have your horse pooping here, you can't have your horse pooping there. All these kind of laws like that against horses. They're basically doing the same thing they did then, but against these older cars, and the older cars are kind of going the way of the Mustang or the horses, you know. Kind of have to live Amish maybe. Some don't. That's a loud vehicle. Some people want to live like Amish, where no electricity and none of the so-called modern conveniences of 2026. No internet, no computers. I heard some of those Amish are pretty sneaky people. They like to sneak around, and some of them have phones. I guess they're not supposed to have phones, but some of those Amish are sneaky. Some of those Amish are probably committing adultery right now as we speak. A lot of Amish in Pennsylvania and places like that. Amish committing adultery by candlelight or kerosene lamp. Just a lot of things like that. So I don't know, some people want to live like Amish, some don't. I totally get it. Amish have a simple way of life, and it's kind of like how they're bleeding us dry, like the data centers jacking up the high price of electricity, causing things to go up. And I don't know if you have a data center by your area, but I think Oklahoma has like 30 of them or something like that. But these data centers are like really causing the electric prices to jack up. Another loud motorcycle. Got blinking lights. Kind of a blinking idiot. To each their own. Some people like to be blinking idiots. Some like to be blinking idiots. So can't just let it get you down. Just gotta keep smiling. Keep happening. Keep on going. But pretty tired. Been the last basically 5 days. They've been having a funeral service down at Whitey. Been a pretty tiring the last few days, and can't imagine the ones that were real close to Patrick, how his next few days will be, you know, losing a 24-year-old man like that, a brutal tragedy, murder. And I don't know, I just think a lot of people like that, it's very difficult to recover from. But Job, he lost 10 children, so people tend to have strength to endure a lot of adversity, but it's very difficult nonetheless. But it can be done. Even God Almighty, His only begotten Son, Jesus Christ, died, was resurrected. So imagine how God must have felt when His Son was being tortured and killed. And now he just, brought about a good end from that. So again, we don't want to give out. We don't want to give up. We want to have faith that things will work out in the long run and not give out by this evil, wicked system, Satan system. And if you like this kind of content, like, subscribe, and share. And again, Punk City's pretty garbage ridden. It's really garbage ridden everywhere. Punk City. A lot of low socioeconomic people, if you know what I'm saying. Kind of using the politically correct term on that. Lower socioeconomic. Kind of catchy if you think about it. But I guess that's like the politically correct way of saying it. But Punk City is not very rich, if you know what I mean. Not a lot of rich people like Punk City because it stinks. Phillips 66 refinery stinks. Conical carbon. They stink. If you ever drive on that highway out to White Eagle or to Stillwater out of Punk City, you'll know what I'm talking about. Stinks pretty awful. This whole town stinks. There used to be like about 7 blocks south of where I'm at right now. There used to be like 400 houses. Totally not there anymore after the toxin and the pollution, and just about everybody that still lives in that neighborhood, though, they're like battling cancers and all kinds of sicknesses and illnesses and diseases and all kinds of problems, and it's all related to that. But I don't know, some people, they took a settlement when that carbon black was like giving out a settlement at about, it was like 2008 or whatever. But a lot of people made, I think it was like divided up 10 million. But I don't know, a bad neighborhood. And so, there's not a lot of like rich, higher educated people live in Punk City. A lot of people are just so economic. Again, look at the litter on the ground. I don't know, I just picked up some litter earlier, didn't record it really, and sometimes just walking by the litter, I guess it's kind of like that little bit of compulsive disorder or whatever that's called, or just see something and you just got to fix it or whatever, or adjust it. Just kind of feeling that way when I see some litter nowadays, because I'm so trained. Look, it's another doggy. It's a different doggy. It's a different doggy. Look at him. He's behind bars. It's a friendly little doggy. Come on. It's a friendly little doggy, ain't it? Come on. It's a friendly little doggy. And you are a friendly little doggy, Bucky. And Thoroughgoody. This dog here is named George Thorogood, named after the singer George Thorogood. He's bad to the bone, if you know what I mean. And Buck is named after the Jack London novel, Call of the Wild, the dog in that movie, or that book. The main character is named Buck, and she's a female, but I think the Buck's kind of a, it can go woman or man, It don't have to be either or. But teach their own, teach their own. Some people like to name their dogs funny names, and just like people like to name their racehorses funny names. I don't know what that's exactly about, but you ever hear some racehorse names? They're pretty funny sounding. Make people laugh, I guess. I don't know. Superstition, something to do with that. But this Thorogood daddy was named General Patrick Starhart. He was named after Patrick Swayze. He was in the movie called Black Dog, and it had Randy Travis in it and Meatloaf, and it was about a guy that was smuggling guns, and then the guy that owned the truck was a hardened criminal out to get Patrick Swayze. It was kind of like Roadhouse but on a truck. But that's how General Patrick Starhart got his name. And he also had a star on his chest. That's how he was like a 1-star general. So that's how the name General came about, and it was on his right in his heart that he had that thing, and so he was called Starheart. Patrick Starheart. But that was real good, Daddy. He's all right. Okay. Yeah, he's no longer with us. I think he died around October defending our home, and it's a very tragic thing. Our evil next door neighbor caused my mom and me a lot of troubles, and I don't know if you've watched the video where she's yelling and threatening to beat up my mom, and she got her boyfriend to assault me and all these other things, and we've just been dealing with an evil neighbor over on Palm Street, and I don't know, again, like Palm City's just full of lower socioeconomic people, and that's why it's kind of discouraging. Like, this town's not. I don't know what does this guy Hollow Veins SU4C, I don't know who that is, or Jennifer Coughlin. I think you might be watching. I don't really know. I kind of just recorded this because sometimes you can record a lot on a live YouTube. It don't really cost you any like space on your phone, and I don't know, I kind of use it like a loophole to another person with a doggy. Guess I'm not the only dog walker walking around with my dogs. But again, this is over here. This little water thing here, you press this little doohickey and watch. Maybe scared the dogs. Watch. Maybe scared the dogs. I don't know. Not beeping. Maybe it shuts off around 9. I don't know. Press it again. Beep, 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 beep. Sounds like it's cussing. I don't know who's winning, the Knicks or Spurs tonight. I haven't checked the score, but a lot of Thunder fans are rooting for the Knicks because they hate the Spurs. I don't know who you like. I kind of dislike Wemby in a way, and a lot of Thunder people like or like to dislike Wemby. It seemed like they played against Thunder pretty dirty. Always trying to tackle Thunder and do things like that, and it's just kind of like one of those things where, like, what do you do when the other team's cheating? Do you just give up and lie on your back and show your belly and pee on yourself, or you just I don't know, what do you do when you're playing against a dirty team? But again, this is just Dragon Grand. Again, don't seem like it's like it used to be, and I guess nothing's not like it used to be. It's washed up, polluted town, and I better let y'all get going, and hope you have a good night and loud night, and it's good talking with y'all, and read your Bible daily, pray daily, encourage people, and conquer the world with the blood, water, and spirit. I'll let y'all get going. Subscribe, like.